All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're talking about a massive shift that's happening in our workplaces. And look, this isn't science fiction anymore, this is the real deal. It's all about a new kind of partnership between people and machines.
I mean, think about that for a second. What if your next coworker was a robot? It sounds kind of dramatic, right? But it's becoming more and more real. We're seeing robots move out of those old-school safety cages and right onto the factory floor, working side by side with people. So what does that actually look like?
And this is the most important thing to get straight right from the start. This new wave of tech isn't about replacing people. It's about collaboration. It's about making us better at our jobs. The idea is to create these hybrid teams where humans and robots each do what they do best.
So, to really understand this partnership, we've got to get the ground rules. Let's break down the rules of engagement, if you will. How humans and robots can actually work together effectively and safely.
Okay, so there's a formal term for this, human-robot interaction, or HRI. But what does that really mean? Well, in plain English, it's just about communication and teamwork. You know, how does a robot signal what it's about to do, and how does a person tell a robot what to do, or step in and correct a mistake? HRI is the whole system that makes that conversation possible.
In this interaction, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. It really exists on a spectrum. On one end, you've got human in the loop. Think of a surgeon using a robotic arm. The human is in total control. Then there's human on the loop, which is more like a supervisor, just keeping an eye on things and jumping in only if something goes wrong. And finally, you have full autonomy, where the human role changes completely to managing the big picture.
All right, so let's meet the team. What kinds of robots are we actually talking about here? There are two main players you'll see in these new smart workplaces. So on one side, you have cobots. These are basically your partners at the workbench, a really sophisticated robotic arm that helps with things that are super precise or physically tiring. And on the other side, you've got AMRs, which stands for Autonomous Mobile Robots. These guys are the logistics experts, zipping around a warehouse floor all on their own, moving stuff from point A to point B.
And hey, this isn't just a concept. Take the Mir 100, for example. It's a real-world AMR. It uses all these sensors to navigate a super busy warehouse floor right alongside people without bumping into anything or anyone. It's proof that this kind of teamwork is already happening.
This brings us to a really crucial question. If we're all working together, who does what? I mean, for this whole thing to work, you need a really smart way to divide up the tasks.
This chart lays it out perfectly. The robots, they get the boring, repetitive, physically demanding stuff. The tasks that need incredible speed and precision over and over again. And that frees up the humans to focus on what we're awesome at: supervision, big picture strategy, handling weird, unexpected problems, and making those judgment calls that need real-world context.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. It's an evolution, not an elimination. We're seeing brand new hybrid roles pop up. Jobs that need a person's deep industry knowledge, but combined with new digital skills, like managing a fleet of robots or understanding the data they generate.
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room: safety. Obviously, none of this works if it's not safe. You can't have powerful machines moving around people without a very, very clear playbook.
And the pillars of that playbook are all about predictability and trust. The robots themselves are built with limits on how fast and how forcefully they can move. The workstations are designed to be intuitive so people don't get overwhelmed. And maybe most importantly, there are clear signals, kind of like turn signals on a car, that show what the robot is about to do. That's how you build trust and prevent accidents.
So, with all this change, all this investment, why bother? What's the actual payoff? Let's look at the real tangible benefits you get when you nail this human-robot collaboration thing. Well, the results speak for themselves. These teams lead to way higher accuracy. Think fewer mistakes in your inventory. They also lower operating costs over the long run. And this might be the biggest one. They make businesses way more resilient. They can scale up or pivot to new challenges much, much faster.
But, and this is a really big but, you can't just buy a robot, plug it in, and expect magic to happen. Success is built on people. It means training humans and robots together, managing that cultural shift in the workplace, and always, always making sure that humans are the ones in charge.
So as you can see, this is so much more than just a new tool. It's a whole new relationship, a new way of thinking about work. The real question we're left with isn't just about what the technology can do, but about how all of us, are going to adapt and evolve right alongside it. Thanks for tuning in.